Hello, everyone, and welcome. And tonight we've got Michelle Needham. Sorry about any technical issues. I've had an issue with 2 laptops tonight, so everything's all a bit rushed. But one way or another, I've managed it. And here's Michelle, and I caused her to have a technical issue as well. So, how are
Yeah.
you doing, Michelle?
Okay, thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm excited. New equipment been made, so yeah, I'm buzzing.
Awesome. Where are you getting your new equipment from then? Oh, you made it, haven't you?
Made it, yeah. Yeah, I
That's
made it.
awesome. That is really
Um,
good. I saw it.
yeah. I thought to myself, you know what? I haven't got anything what you can do a yes and no on. And then I started looking on YouTube and stuff for to get ideas. And then yeah, I just found it. It's like cool.
That is absolutely brilliant. It
Found the
really is.
motherboard. Found the motherboard. Yeah. So it didn't take long to build. It was quite an easy one.
Oh, yeah, you've done really well. You have. Yeah, I'm impressed.
I love building stuff. I really do. I get excited, and then when other people are excited, I'm like, "Why are you excited?"
It's fantastic. Like you had a different idea. You've developed something with a light for yes and a light for no.
Yeah.
It's so simple, and yet nobody thinks of that.
Well, I've always watched TV programs, and I've always wanted to be like them. Have all these gadgets and stuff. But of course, my wallet won't stretch to buying stuff, so you had to learn myself to make things.
But
So
you have done really well, and also you put it in the Haunted Mag as well, haven't you? The Haunted
yeah,
magazine, and
yeah,
you show people how to. Was it a rampart?
yeah. A rent pod, and the Spirit Bear as well. That's got cat balls in, a K2 in. And also, if you get a little rucksack for his back, you can put a REM pod in.
Yeah, genius.
So,
And
yeah,
yeah, it's brilliant because people spend their loads of money on kit. Well, I have, and generally with me, like it breaks on me quite a lot as well.
yeah, yeah. You showed me the
My trip
paranormal
lights,
trip line. Yeah,
yeah, my trip
yeah,
line that's broken. I don't think it worked because I went camping, and I think it got a bit rusty on this connection.
yeah.
It's yeah,
It's not allowed to get damp at all. If it gets damp, it will just stop working.
yeah, I know that. I do know. Yeah, so it's quite a lot, Excuse my
Yeah.
finger in the way because I've got a technical issue this morning. So evening even, yeah. So
Yeah,
I'm actually running off my phone for a change.
the new one only cost 20 quid to make.
That's brilliant. It really is. Yeah. And it looks smart as well, doesn't it? And also
Yeah.
because you know what you're doing, if it has an issue, you can just unscrew it and sort it, can't you?
Yeah, it is. Um, I'm hoping the Haunted magazine will take this one on. I've done a YouTube video for it already, if they do. So, yeah, exciting.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Yeah, but it's just nice that you can do something and you can pass it on as well to the community.
That's
And
it.
full
They give
respect
them
to
the,
anyone that.
is it, give them the, show them YouTube videos of how to make them. And if they can't make it, then there's the option of buying from me as well.
Yeah.
But hopefully they can make their own, because it is quite stressful when you make for people and it
Mm.
goes wrong, and then it's a lot
Yeah.
of pressure.
The thing
There's
is
not,
about it, you're carrying it around and it like you might post it and it's wrapped in, bubble wrap and everything. But when you use it on an investigation, I'm not the best person. It's all like thrown in a little box, it's not good, is it? Like when
yeah,
some people see how I carry things around, they're like,
yeah. I sold some equipment to a group and they went live and they had it in a carry bag, and I was like, oh my god, they've got my REM pod in a carry bag. What are they doing?
Yeah, that's right. Because
Yeah,
well, I'd show you my case, but my laptop's on it, which isn't working, and my phone's sitting on my laptop. So yeah, oh good.
yeah. I've got the proper padded bag, so it's all protected as best as
Yeah,
it can be.
and you
You
really
know,
need to as well, because I took mine
yeah,
camping with me as well. So dragging it in a car along with 2 tents and everything else. it's all right. It may sort of go out because there are issues. I'm connected on my phone as well, so just see how it goes and just carry on. So we've got Carl at the moment. It's experimenting with a hands-free pendulum board, and that's
Oh,
an interesting
lovely.
one as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
But do you touch? It's like whether you touch part of that pendulum board, isn't it?
You can get the stands what go over, so it
Yeah,
just hangs off the stand, and they're
yeah.
really good. Then you're not touching it.
But does it need your energy to work in some way?
Exactly.
Do you have
You
to
know,
sort of connect with it in some manner? I don't
yeah.
know.
It's like a Ouija board, isn't it? Someone is moving a hand, but the spirit's moving it. If you get
That's
what I
right.
mean?
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
just probably it's the same with pendulum as well. You've got to have that energy to go through it.
That's right.
Yeah.
And sort of whatever it is, I always
Interesting.
do. I always do sort of test it anyway. And if I sort of connect to spirit and somebody is using darting rods or a pendulum, I'll deliberately throw something in wrong. So if I'm given some information,
Yeah.
I will go along and be getting yeah, 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 because somehow I've been given it. And then when it comes to, I'll throw something wrong in for them to say, no. And if I say no, then it validates it, doesn't it?
That's it.
And
Yeah.
it's just
It,
like trusting the people, isn't it? And people knowing how to work things and everything.
it's crazy. I've got all this equipment, and most of the time, the thing I like using the most is my camcorder.
Yeah, I've
We're
just got a
getting
new
amazing
camera.
EVPs, you know.
That's
We go
right.
we go all these exploring, we take this big massive bag of equipment and get a note out.
Well, I'm like that. Yeah, like I'm going up. I can't wait. I'm actually meeting Tony Ferguson this weekend, so I really can't wait. I'm going to again.
Lovely.
I'm going to take some. Got to take some lighting because it's going to be really dark where we're going. It's going to be bloody freezing as well, but
Yeah,
that's normal for this time of year, isn't it?
yeah,
Like most locations are a bit chilly on the chilly side, aren't they? And some don't even have windows. Like
yeah.
Gressley Hall. That's a good one, isn't it, for this time of year?
Yeah, I've been in them
But yeah.
buildings, no windows, and you can see your own breath, and you're thinking, what am I doing?
Oh yeah, that's it. Just got a quick shout out to everyone who nominated me for the award. I can't believe it. Goes Planet Network Award for podcasts. So cheers for that. Cheers for everyone. And
Oh, wow.
yeah, I just I do this because I did it because of lockdown, really, just to keep myself occupied and to keep other people occupied and sort of kill an hour of people's time, really, when they're trapped indoors. And 3.5 years later, I'm still doing it. And yeah, to be nominated is awesome, really, and like, well, surprise, really. But yeah, cheers for that, everyone. Um,
Oh,
I
that's
met I
nice.
met Carl at the weekend. Yeah, at Derby. So they did a ghost walk. I stayed at the jail, and then on the Saturday it was a party. So yeah, Carl was with us there. But yeah, it's been all on. I've been really busy. And how you doing? Running up to Christmas as well.
Yeah, busy times.
That's right. Have you got anything planned? Are you going out anywhere?
Um, no, not really. Just work.
Work. Yeah, that's
I'm
right.
dressing up as Santa, so to make the residents happy. So I'll be running around all happy and bouncy for them.
Uh, You know what? That makes such a difference. It really does.
I quite
Um,
enjoy working Christmas because it's giving joy to them as well. So,
it is. Like my dad was at residential home, and there's a lady, and she's the entertainments lady, and they had a Christmas party there, and we as family went, and she put on an
oh,
outfit because my dad loves Christmas, and he
oh,
loved what she was wearing. But then she had another outfit, and she made a box, and she was wearing she looked like a present. So she got a box round. She
oh.
just looked like a massive present. And the amount of effort and the amount everyone enjoyed it. And I'm at residential home on Sunday. Yeah, I am. So I did a panto 2 weeks ago, and we kind of sort it out on Wednesday to make it like short version, like 2.5 hour panto and something shorter. It
Yeah,
won't make sense, but it'd be colours, it'd be entertaining, it would be us singing as well. And you know,
That's
if
it.
it gives them a bit of joy, that's what it's about, isn't it?
It is definitely, and we have pantomime what come in, and they love it. And I always take my kids in as well, so the kids will sit there with the residents, and they love it. You
Oh,
know, I've
yeah,
got
it's brilliant, isn't it?
yeah. My outfit is like Santa on top of a reindeer, so it's going to be really
Oh,
funny.
yeah. Is it the inflatable one?
No, it's not inflatable one. No,
No. Yeah.
it's going to be really funny.
Yeah.
So
It looked brilliant, won't it? Awesome.
yeah,
But yeah,
make sure,
things like
make sure
that.
all the
It's
presents have opened all the presents and and all that sort of stuff.
it's such a worthwhile job, though. It's lovely what you
Yeah,
do, and it makes a difference in people's lives, doesn't it? And
yeah,
you see that smile, then you've got a result, haven't you? You really
that's
have.
it. That's it. It makes my
That's
day.
beautiful.
If I can
So
walk out on my head eye and happy, then I know I'm doing a
that's,
good job.
that is so wonderful. So where did the paranormal start for you then? What was your first encounter?
I was a young kid. How old would I be? My mum said I'd been talking to spirits since I was little. I would just be talking to people, and mum be
Oh,
like, "Who are you
wow.
talking to?" And I'm like, "Can't you see them?" You know?
Oh, bless
um,
you.
and then the memorable one was when I had a friend stop over, and we was asleep, and we both woke up at the same time. I think I was about 15, and I said, "Oh, can you see that dark figure at the bottom of my bed?" And she's like, "Yeah." Oh, okay. So I had to run
Wow.
through it and twist the light on. Yeah, she didn't stay again.
Wow. That's
It
brilliant that
scared
somebody
her.
else saw it as well, though.
Yeah, she saw it as well, and yeah, she went home the next day and she didn't come back.
What did the family think?
Um, my mum's like, I was saying things to my mum when I was younger, and she didn't believe me. It's only when I sat down and said to her like, "I'll do you a reading." She was like, "How do you know all this?" And I'm like, "Don't know, just do."
Oh my
And then
gosh.
that's when she started sort of more believing me more. So
That's so
yeah.
lovely. So what age did you do a reading for her then?
I must have I was in my early 20s then.
All right,
It
yeah.
it was weird because when I was younger, I'd see them, and
Yeah.
I think when you're younger, you're a bit more scared and you don't know what it is. And as you get older, you sort of start getting used to seeing it, and then different gifts come in as I get older. So
Yeah.
basically, I started as seeing them, and then I could hear them, and
Wow.
then it went to psychic readings. Then it was yeah, and then it come to passing spirit on. So as I get older, something else
Oh,
comes in. So I just allow it, and work with
that's
it.
fantastic. That is
But it's took
so lovely.
but it's took a long time to get comfortable because when you're young and you were scared, and when you talked about it when I was young, people picked on you,
Yeah, definitely.
got
Like I
called a witch and all
oh
sorts,
yeah,
you know.
you get an image of mediums like God, like, I'm a lot older than you. And sort of when you hear of a medium you think, oh, okay, But now things have changed a lot, haven't they? But I
It's
didn't want I couldn't say that I can talk to spirit. I don't call myself a medium, but I've done like 8+ years of development now. And you
that's
do pick up,
amazing.
and I do,
Yeah,
you can get things. I get images in my head, and more recently, I've actually felt them touch me, like twice in. One was with Haunted Heritage, and I was sitting there, and I was on about doing the Estes method, and I said to him, "Whatever you do, don't touch me when I do it. When it finishes." Because I says
yeah.
I'll probably scream because I did it at Warwick Castle. Someone touched me and I screamed in her ear roll. So it didn't go down well. I've got a good scream better than Yvette's. There you go. So yeah, I've got a damn good scream without even trying, but it just comes out in fright. I'm not going to leg it, but
Yeah,
occasionally, yeah, I do. I can scream, but maybe 3 times during an invest, and if someone taps it, because with the Esther, she's so focused. I
you
kind of get
are.
into the zone as well, and you're so really, there is an art to listening as well, isn't there?
There is. You have to sort of zone out, don't you, and go into your own little world as such. And
Yeah.
then, like say, someone touches you, I just ready to jump.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do vocal. But but yeah, at this particular one, I sort of said, "Don't touch my shoulder." So that was it, blindfold on, everything. And then all of a sudden, something tapped me on the shoulder, and but I was pretty sure it wasn't them. And like at the end, they said it wasn't them. And that was so amazing with spirit to do that. And it was only like 3 days prior I'd been to about a week prior I'd been to Derby Jail, and some creepy one managed to put his little cold finger all across my back. Mate, oh god, that was horrible. I told him off, but I was so chuffed about it. At the same time, I told him off because it was horrible. You know what I mean? Just like, oh, you dirty. Yeah. You got to be careful what you ask for, though, aren't you?
Yeah.
Oh, of
When I
course.
was when
Don't
I
ever
was
go
young
to
as
house and
well.
tell without protection. You got thumped. Oh,
Oh, I've been strangled and stuff, and bruised and scratched and that.
oh, have
Um,
you?
yeah, yeah. But it's everything's about power over mind, though, isn't it? If you say, right, you can't do that, back off, then they will. But you've got to
Yeah.
say it here and here. You can't have any doubt in the paranormal. You've got to be very set your boundaries.
Yeah, you should set boundaries, shouldn't you? I just go
Yeah,
with it and see what
definitely.
happens. But at the moment, I've never been scratched, so I don't know if that's kind of an ability as well. I know it sounds silly, but I've never been scratched. I've only once had batteries drained. So whether the try and
Oh,
use my energy rather than the battery, I don't know. It's weird, isn't it?
yeah, definitely.
Like different things happen to different people. I don't know why.
I can remember when I was at work, I was getting dinner plates, and then next minute I was stuttering at the door. I could see this figure, and I was trying to get round him, and everyone's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Can't you see him?"
Oh no.
No, Michelle, we can't. I'm like, "Oh," just carried on walking then. But
Whoops.
yeah, yeah, it was like when you can see them like me and you, it's really hard to tell which one's if it's spirit or not.
Oh
It's
wow,
really
you can see
hard.
it that clearly.
Dead clearly. And I could go downtown and I'll go, "You all right then?" And mum's like, "Who you just spoke to?" I'm like, "That lady's standing." "No one there." "Oh, okay."
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because I spoke to Helena King a few weeks ago, a great friend, and she sort of said that she sees them and she stopped driving. Because one day she was driving and she saw someone cross the road and she
Yeah,
stopped and there's an issue.
yeah.
Hello.
um
So yeah, it's
um,
scary.
it is. I can remember a spirit walking out in front of a van, and it was looked so real. And the only reason I knew it weren't real, like it was a spirit, because the van didn't put its brakes on.
My God.
But it made me jump, so I was driving the other way, and I was like, "Whoa, it's okay, don't put the brakes on, so it's spirit, it's fine."
Wow.
But it can. I was walking home one day, and I seen a gent come in at the chip shop at 11 o'clock at night. So I started laughing, and everyone's like, "What are you laughing at? That man, he's got ages to wait for the chip shop to open." And I'm like, "There's no one there." I'm like, "Oh."
Oh my
Um,
gosh.
but a bus apparently crashed there many years ago. So I'm assuming it could be someone off the bus.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, it could be, couldn't it?
yeah, it could be.
Yeah. Or it's somebody who just like going for fish and chips every whatever. Not saying 11 o'clock at night, but well, yeah, it
Yeah,
could be. Maybe finished the pub and then went there. If it was
yeah,
open in them days,
definitely.
you never know, do you?
And it's been there a long time, that fish and chip shop as well. So, but
Wow.
yeah, it was so funny because I was just laughing at them, and everyone's like, I just went, "I've had a bit too much to drink."
That is amazing, but yeah, I don't think I want that gift.
I
I
think
think I'm just happy the way I am, I think. Oh, yeah.
the hardest one is when you've got a message for someone and they're like at you, and the person's in
Oh,
front of you, and they're like going and going and going and going, and you're like, I don't know, this person, you know, you worry in case like the person doesn't accept what you tell them. It's really hard, if you get what I mean.
Yeah, that's it.
It's
Oh,
really
wow.
hard. Yeah, I was
Oh, bless
sitting there, and
you.
I was at work, and the person were painting away, and his dad came to me, and he goes, "Tell him to be careful when he goes on his skiing trip." And I'm
Oh,
like,
okay.
"Okay." And I says, "Can I have a word with you, please?" And he's like, "Yeah." I says, "Just got a message from your dad. You're going skiing, aren't you?" He says, "Yeah, I am." I said to be careful because you might break a leg.
Oh my gosh.
He was like,
Yeah, it's
but
weird, isn't it?
it is, but it's more better now. It's more on TV because it's more welcomed now than
That's
back
right. It's
then.
more in the out there, isn't it? Which is
Yeah,
good.
yeah, it
But
is good
yeah.
because I got loads of jip from work and that stuff, But yeah,
Yeah, like with me, I didn't kind of when I first started work, I didn't kind of mention what I do, and now like most of the staff have left, so the ones most don't know now. I did mention it at a Christmas party once, and we got on talking about it, but generally, we don't. I don't mention it. My boss knows, and she used to ask me what had happened and stuff like that. But it's different now. She's just used to it happening, and she asked me to do a
yeah,
reading one day, which I've never really got round to. But maybe I'll do that
yeah.
one day for her.
It's hard to
So,
find time, isn't it?
gosh, yeah, totally. Have you ever done development lessons, or have you just sort of developed naturally?
Um, More or less naturally. I have joined groups and stuff, but unfortunately, they got quite jealous, because I could see
Yes,
more.
yeah,
And there's a lot of that in some circles, unfortunately.
yeah.
Um,
I've heard that about. There's one church that I know, and it's very clicky. So
yeah,
and other ones where I know a person was always made to like do the speaking and give readings when I don't think she always wanted to. And yeah,
yeah, that's
I've only
it.
been to two, I think, and that one was to see Barry John because he was there. So I haven't really been. I used to go, yeah, I think it was one I went to, and that was all right. But that was a circle, you see, and they knew each other, and it was on a
Yeah,
Friday. It was on a Friday. That was the issue. Friday at 7. Well, I'm usually out and about, ghost hunting or something. So yeah, that didn't
yeah.
kind of work.
Um, yeah, I did a few, but like I said, they just didn't get on. And then they did a ghost hunt, and all he had
Oh
was Ouija board and no equipment. And I paid to go, and he made me set all my equipment up and set everything up.
no!
And then he sent people for me to work with them, and I'm like, I've paid for a ghost hunt, and I'm
Wow!
working. And he was dropping my equipment, and he was so disrespectful.
Oh my god!
Um, yeah, so yeah, it didn't land well on that. I did
Yeah,
go
I'm
to
not surprised.
I went to Colville Spiritual Church. I did
Yeah,
some development there, but unfortunately, I was in a controlling a relationship, and I wasn't allowed to go. I passed, and they were going to give me a sticker foot, but he wouldn't allow me to go to get my sticker foot. So yeah,
yeah. Oh, I'm
so
glad you're out that. But
yeah, definitely.
do you think something like that makes you stronger though? Did it make you stronger psychically?
Um, yes and no, because he
Oh,
basically blocked me off from all my friends and everyone. Um,
mm,
so it was quite hard, to be fair. It did close it
yeah.
down quite a lot because he didn't believe in it. The reason I opened my group is because he was like, "Stop putting rubbish on your Facebook. People think you're loony. Why don't you do a group so I don't have to see it?" So that's how
Oh,
I landed
gosh,
up in a
yeah.
group.
Right, yeah.
I've still got my group now, so if it weren't for him, I wouldn't have my group.
Yeah, and like Carl says, nobody had the right to treat you like that. And I've been
No.
single since 2008. I was married to a narcissist. And then
Yeah.
went on, he left me, I was running a pub. So
Wow.
all the people who came, they didn't see what he was like, but all the
Yeah.
pub, like, it was like all mutual friends wasn't in the pub, and then he went, and then all of a sudden you run in the pub, and like everyone knows the marriage is broken up, and it's a baptism of fire. But yeah, it does,
Yeah.
it helps you learn. And I think, after that, I didn't do this then. I did have
No.
spooky things happen in my pub, but I just thought, yeah, okay, whatever. I don't think I wanted it to be spirit.
I think
It's odd, isn't it?
it's come back more now. It's been 2 years now, so it's come back a lot more. Um, Plus I have my haunted collection of dolls and paintings and everything.
Yes,
And that's helped a lot. And I've learned a lot more about portals and stuff like that. So that's been amazing.
that's brilliant.
Um, yeah, my new partner and his family, Gary, when he
Yeah,
comes around, we all work together, and yeah, it's lovely. It's amazing.
that's brilliant because,
And I'm starting to see things more in my house now as well, but my mum don't like it.
well, bless you. Yeah, I bet.
It's quite
But,
funny. They were moving her glasses last week.
oh
It
my
was
gosh.
They moved them off the chair onto the floor.
Yeah.
So she put them back onto the chair. She closed the living room door, went to answer the door for the postman, and when she turned around, her glasses was in the corridor up near the bathroom. So somehow they'd gone through a door. In it.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah,
That's impressive.
yeah. And
Yeah.
the other week, I just stopped dead and let this woman walk past me, who I thought was my mum. Went in the kitchen, and mum's in the kitchen. And I'm like, I suppose I just walked in your room, mum. She's
So,
like, get them out. I don't want it.
so who are they? Do you think they've come with the items? Or they're just
Yeah,
coming for a nosy because they can?
yeah. I think there's that as well. There's a lot of strong spirits what I have. There's one called Burn. He is 230-year-old doll, and
Wow.
he's a character. He's a man's doll. He really is. He likes to talk man to man. He don't like women that much, but he's
Uh-huh.
great.
That's
um,
awesome.
yeah, it is. I think the lady what went into my room was the lady from Out the Painting. I can lift it up. Her name's
Oh,
Anne.
okay. Beautiful.
She's
Wow.
beautiful. She's lovely, and her name's Anne. We've not got the whole story because
Gary.
we did a we did a session with her, and then when we listened it back, there were no sound.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was a bit like, oh, okay. So
Yeah. It's like me today. I've gone through 2 laptops tonight trying to get the show done, and in the end, I'm running off my phone. So I don't know why.
no.
Why are both laptops playing up? It's there, isn't it? But
It is.
anyway. But
But
we did a teen night at Haunted Antiques, and you brought your kids along, and it's lovely. You know,
it is lovely. They see mummy do all this sort of stuff, and she sees me editing, and of course the dolls, they want to get involved. And to
yeah,
be honest, if I can guide them the right direction, why not?
that's right. And they were
So
interested, and they knew the limits as well, didn't they?
yeah, they do. They do.
Which is,
My youngest one is 9, and
yeah.
he really likes his dolls, his haunted dolls.
Oh,
We have to work with them beforehand to make sure that there's nothing negative, because he has them in
yeah.
his room. But
Oh, well, that's fair.
I have sealed his room, so any negative ones that are here can't actually go into his room, because they have to have
Oh,
boundaries.
bless
Um,
you.
but yeah, he's got a protection onto his door.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to keep
Resilience,
them
so
safe
safe
as
space.
well.
That's right, because it is a different world for them. There's nothing to be scared of for them, and you do
No,
have to understand that not everything is nice as well. And you're
exactly.
protecting them in that way, aren't you? Which is wonderful.
Yeah, and
That's
they love
brilliant.
they love exploring. They love going out exploring old churches and ruins and all that sort of stuff. And
Y-
it, it's nice. And Cody would try and do his own little YouTube video, and sometimes I'll post it on
Awesome.
Facebook, and he'll be like, right then, this is an old tunnel, and he's taking the camera down, and yeah, he's
That's
tries to be like
lovely.
me, nice.
Yeah, I've
So
seen you're exploring. You've been to some good places.
wow,
You really
talking
have.
about exploring, we have some really exciting news for next
Oh,
year.
wow. Yeah,
Yeah. Um, Tracy, who's part of my team, has bought a camper van, and we will be travelling. We'll be on the
brilliant.
road.
Oh, it's brilliant. It really is.
I can't wait.
Um,
We can just
yeah,
hit places, and you know,
so easier. Yeah, that's right.
can't
Like,
wait. We're still doing it up and everything, getting the name put on it and the
yeah.
logos and stuff, so we can advertise as we go along.
Oh, fantastic. That's
Yeah,
wonderful.
we're gonna
Yeah,
do a what's it called? Not Instagram count, so people can keep
yeah.
a track of where we're going and what we're
That's
doing as well.
wonderful. Yeah.
And the lady who brought it off, she wants to be updated and what we're doing and everything. So
Nice
that's nice as
one.
well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
great.
just means we can just go to a place and see a couple places and not have to rush home and travel or travel
That's
travel
it.
long, but stop there and not have to rush back. So that would be amazing. I can't wait for next year. It's
Yeah.
gave me something to really look forward to. So
It's lovely. Everybody needs something to look forward to.
yeah,
Life is so short as well. I've got quite a few people struggling at the moment. One of my friends, he's going to start treatment just before Christmas, and there's other people I know in different stages.
yeah,
And if you can get out and about, just do it. Create those memories. And if you're going with your family and friends, it's there, isn't
that's
it?
it. It is.
It's just lovely. And
It,
you don't remember what you did in the living room on a Friday night. You remember if you went to this place though, where and this is it, isn't it? Different memories, different places, and it's just
Definitely. I mean,
wonderful.
I was so happy that I made it all the way to Scotland this year, and that was amazing. Me and the
Yeah,
kids, and I met Gary up there as well with his kids, and we
that
all
was
gelled
lovely.
really well. And we went exploring castles and stuff like
Yeah,
that, abandoned boats. It was amazing. Nessie hunting, it was
I
great.
I loved your photos of it because I went in September. I'd already sort of planned the itinerary, and I did go to one or two places the same,
Yeah,
because I wanted to get up to the battlefield Culloden. So that was
yeah,
the main thing, and I was also meeting people around Glasgow and around Edinburgh. So I went up Edinburgh, up
lovely.
to Culloden, and then came back via Glasgow. Ayrshire. But yeah, so it's just lovely. I'm going to try and go up next year, but I'm away three weekends for the Parameet. I'm going to York as well, so it's
Yeah,
awkward, isn't it?
it is. Um, but I've always been told, see, from my ex, that I couldn't do things. I weren't capable of doing these things.
Oh,
And it's
oh,
like,
don't even do
actually,
that capable thing.
yeah,
How
it's like,
how
actually,
pathetic.
I
Yeah,
can, and I proved myself that I can do things. And yeah, next year I'm hoping to go down to Cornwall. So that would be
nice one.
lovely.
Awesome. So
And
Jamaica
then
in, and you're going to the the what is it? The prison as well. You're going there in Devon. Oh, what's
I'm
it
not
called?
sure.
Yeah,
I've not sat and planned it yet.
yeah.
Um, but we are planning the summer Celsius, me and Tracy. So that would be pretty
Wow,
amazing. And
awesome,
we've got some amazing locations down there as well to hit down there.
brilliant. Yeah.
There was a man what built a little house made out of stones to keep his sheep safe.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and it's got stained glass windows and everything. So I'm hoping we can hit that while we're down that way as well.
Oh, wow. Oh, it
So
sounds
yeah,
like it's going to be fantastic. But I did like
it
your
is.
journey when you went to Scotland anyway, all the happy faces, all the happy photos. And
Yeah, it was
yeah, it was
amazing.
lovely.
It was
Yeah,
amazing. I loved it. And I kept saying to the kids, well, I'm going to film this for the group now. Be quiet. And yeah, it didn't work.
No, it's not going to happen, is it? But
No,
yeah, what do you think of Loch Ness? So it's beautiful, isn't it?
it's absolutely beautiful. My youngest son, Cody, he tried to swim in it.
Yeah, I
So it's out.
I was I was tempted because when I went in September, it was warm until I kind of got there. And then it got colder. But yeah, people were swimming in it, and yeah, it was a bit grim when I sort of hit that area. But yeah, but
Yeah,
it must be great to swim in there because loads do. You kind of got a beach onto it, haven't you? Right?
yeah.
That's where Steve Felton, the Loch Ness Monster guy, is in his caravan. Did you see him?
No, I didn't know.
Oh, right,
Um,
okay.
I was I was what's it called about Scotland, how busy it was, because I like places where are quiet and derelict. So
Yeah,
um
of course.
when I went to the castle on Loch Ness, it was a bit,
Touristy.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
didn't
yeah.
like it. Guy was like, I take you
Um,
somewhere nice, and you're moaning, and I'm like, just take me to a derelict place and I'm happy.
yeah. That was the thing because I met people, um, Eileen Murray and other people as well, Scott Matthewson. I sort of was taken to less known places.
Yeah,
You know that really worked. Does if you know an area, then you'll
that's
take
it.
people there, won't you? But if you're looking on a map, you don't have a clue where to go. And like
Yeah,
I've been to a castle called Dalkean or something. Like it doesn't you don't spell it like that, and I think I might have pronounced it right. But there's basically two of them. So there's a castle which is really run down, and then nearby there's another one which is not accessible ish. And yeah, so that's kind of more built and stuff. And you've got the old one, and then I think the family built a new one, and it's just amazing, and they're all abandoned, and there's no people in sight or anything. And it's a bit of a walk, but you
they're the
just get
best
there.
ones.
And the problem is around like Nottingham, Leicester, you're likely to get other people there, aren't you? And
Yeah,
that's your issue, but there's only a few places you can go to outside. Like I went to the caves at Dale Abbey, and then like two other teams arrived. Well,
yeah,
that's it, end of, isn't it? So we got a deal with one of the teams, like we'll go in for half an hour, then you get in. And then
yeah,
not into paranormal arrived, and there's quite a few of them, and it's like, well, that's that then, isn't it? Because
yeah. That is the
it's
problem.
just yeah.
I mean, but we went to, oh, what's it called? An abbey where we met Wednesday Paranormal. Um, oh, Sheila Abbey, I think it's called.
All right.
And me and the girls, Hannah, and Tracy, we were all standing there thinking, what are they doing there? What are they going to
Oh
shift? What are
God.
they
Yeah,
for?
I
Help,
know.
you know what
That's
I
what you
mean?
think, isn't it?
Yeah. So me being me, Marty's over, right, and what you doing? Come on, shift. And they're like, and they just looked at me. I went, "Are you paranormal?" He went, "Yeah." I'm like, "Oh, okay. Hi, my name's Michelle. Nice to meet you."
I know. It's like we got to this little hermit's cave, and like there's a bloke there, and he got a camera. It's like, oh God, what do we do? And it was like standing there taking photos of himself with this camera, and you think, okay. And you've got to walk up these steps to get there. And we were like
Yeah,
ages like looking at him, thinking, well, how long is he going to do? Is he going to shift or whatever? And then eventually went up the stairs, and he was like, oh, I'm just finishing now. And like, then you kind of like, you're hanging around without being obvious that you're hanging around.
yeah,
And
definitely.
as soon as he goes, that's it, you get your stuff, and you start, and
Yeah,
then
it
two
was.
lads walk up, and it's like, oh,
Oh, I
and then
know.
you're like, oh yeah, we're just looking around here, and then oh yeah, you're powering up. Oh, it's all right then, mate.
It,
But it is funny, isn't it? It's great who you meet
it
on your journey, isn't it?
is. We're still good friends with Wednesday Paranormal. They're a lovely team. They're
They
amazing.
are awesome. I love them to bits. I
Yeah,
went to they had a pub night round Walsall, and I went, and that was funny, pub crawl. But yeah, it was like what. bit of about an hour's drive, but it had a laugh, good night out.
That's
And,
it.
we're just wonderful people. And there are so many people who are really genuine.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
once you find them, you just, yeah, just gels, doesn't it? And
It
like
does.
when you meet again, we're just like old friends, and it's fantastic.
They're really good as well, because they know we're a team. They will let us do bits as a team. Like, they've got a big event, but they make a little bit for
Yeah,
us so we can work as a team. And I think that's
yeah,
lovely. You know,
that's right.
it's really
And they
nice. And
and they also do different experiments as well.
yeah, they
So they
do.
do some really random experiments. Like the one they did was like three of us doing the Estes method, all plugged into the same SB7 at the same time. And
Yeah,
like
I've
I
seen
filmed
the
it, and
video.
like one person like had loads of things I couldn't hear what they were saying, because I was doing it as well. But then I got something really close to me, and it's like, oh, okay, that got a bit heavy, so I had to get out of it because whatever was near me was. Sometimes you've got to just like clear off away from it, don't you?
Yeah,
Instinctively.
definitely.
Uh,
Well, I'm mean. I'll end up putting Tracy in caves and leaving her on the live, and then I'm outside.
awesome. It's a good way though. It really
It
is.
is. We did it at the Anchor Church.
Oh,
It's a bit.
I can't even find it. I'm
You
shocking. I
can.
can't even find Anchor Church. I've been there.
I gave you the pin. I'm sure I gave you the pin.
No, you didn't. I don't think because I went there with some friends, and then it just got dark, and then we ended up talking to this woman who's catching toads, as you do.
I got the
Yeah, because it was a fast road, and the toads probably they cross a road to get
Oh
to the river. And then she was like catching all these toads to help them across the
no.
road. But that's paranormal, isn't it? You
Yeah,
go to these outside locations, so you've no idea what you're going to come across, and it makes the story, doesn't it?
it does. Well, we could always meet up and I'll show you an easy way to get to it. So
We walked
I,
forever, and then it
I
got
know
dark, so I thought, sod it.
I know an easy way to get to it. So I'll yeah,
Yeah.
I'll share it
Well,
with
at
you.
first, at first, I parked at Fallback Church. And then parked
Yeah,
at the bottom of that lane. And then I'm like, oh gee, then went across the road and that doesn't I think I know you had to go left, but that was not a good place to walk across. So it got dark and that was that. We gave up. And we heard if
yeah,
it gets dark you can fall into the river as well. So we didn't kind of fancy
yeah,
that. Just grab the
definitely.
banks.
It can. The way I go through, it's through a field and straight down through a gap, and yeah, it's not
That
far
sounds
at
a lot
all.
better.
It's a lot easier, but the problem is if the water level is high, the footpath actually gets flooded a bit, so you sort of have to get wet feet to get there.
Yeah, I've heard that one. Yeah.
But it's a safer
Oh,
way. It's a safer way to get there. It really is.
yeah, the way that I was looking. Oh no. It was
I've
up a
been,
massive bank
I
and
think,
down one, and yeah, I would have gone
yes,
rolling down
that's
it.
dangerous. That is. That is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I've
it
been that
wasn't.
way. There's three ways to get into it. There's three ways there is. But the way I go is a lot easier and quicker. But if
Yeah,
I'm going with the family, I'll go the longer way to let the dogs have a run.
yeah, that's it. Also, don't jump in the river like my boy might. He,
Oh, they do. They love the water, especially Poppy.
uh,
She's straight in.
that's it, isn't it?
I
Just
took the
funny.
dogs ghost hunting. We went
Oh, wow,
uh,
Bill.
down near the wood behind me. There's an old farm,
Oh,
and
wow.
we took the dogs with us, and they started acting ever so weird. They
Awesome.
got, they kept rubbing their feet on the ground and all sorts. It was ever so weird.
Wow.
And
Okay.
I could see figures darting into the trees.
Yeah.
So I knew we weren't alone. But was it dusk? So you think about it, a farm, and he's probably still working in his time, and we've come in
Yeah.
with dogs. So he's probably making the dogs feel uncomfortable because they shouldn't be there.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, wow. That's
But yeah,
awesome.
they got really, really uncomfortable. They did. We had to
Oh,
pick them up and
brilliant.
carry them out. That weren't fun, picking a big dog up and
Oh,
walking
my
them out.
gosh. That's
But it was
that's
fun.
amazing. That is. But your dogs are great. You know, my boys growled 3 times at Spirit. Once at the schooner. Went to Northumberland and I stayed a night there with him and went in a little alcove and he was growling at a chair. He's growled at something. I went to sit. I was sorting something out on the floor in my living room and I sat with my old dog's Ashes. And he started growling.
Oh,
And he
oh,
started
bless.
growling. So, you know, and then he growled at somewhere else as well. And it is great when they see something and they tell you, isn't it?
It is. It is great.
Yeah.
Bless
It
them.
is fantastic. So if anyone's got any questions for Michelle, if you just ask them during the live, and then
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So
definitely.
are there any places that you particularly want to go? Anywhere in the US? Because this actually goes out to US as well on the Things Network.
Um, in Ireland, I'd like to go to the school island. I'd like to go there. That
Yeah.
looks interesting. In America, there's I can't remember what. There's a massive like a mental place, isn't there? I can't remember what it's called
Waverly
now.
Hills.
Yes, I'd love to go there. I'd love
Yeah.
to go,
I
definitely.
never realised how large it was.
Yeah,
So
it's
Joe New York,
massive.
who does Things Network, he was there and like, oh my gosh. It was
Yeah.
just absolutely huge. Like you see photos of it from a distance, so you don't realise. But when people are actually there and filming, like, wow,
I've
it,
actually got it pinned off on my Google.
awesome. Oh,
I
that's
have been
fantastic.
I have pins off in France, everywhere. If I find them, they get pinned off.
That's a great idea because there are some fascinating places in France as
There,
well, aren't there?
there is, and you can easily forget about them if you've not pinned them off,
Yeah,
you know.
because I see people post things like I went to Scotland and oh, here you go. You like the cows at Pendle Hill?
No, I didn't.
Oh, yes, you did. Because Gary said,
Oh my gosh. So Pendle Hill, yeah, we went Pendle Hill for a weekend, and it was lovely. And we started walking up, and it was in the day, probably about 10 o'clock in the morning. Started walking
right.
up, and there's this tree what had been hitten by lightning, and it
Oh,
was hollow.
okay.
And I was like,
Wow.
oh, we were looking at it, and it was,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah.
And Jane sat there, carry on looking at it, and I thought I'll just carry on walking a bit because it would soon catch me up. So mathematic, you see, so going uphill, it's quite hard for me.
Yeah, it's
Um,
a bit of a hill. Oh, God,
yeah,
just seen it.
I don't even have a
Not
dare
walked
call
up
it a
it.
hill. To be fair, I don't have a dare call it a hill.
No, I
Um,
get you. I've seen it.
and mine was like 2 steps forward and 3 back.
Yeah, no. I saw it from the
Um,
car, that's enough.
so I started walking, and I heard this witch cattle, proper like witch cattle, and I'm like, where's that come from? So I thought, right, I'll go back to the tree and do an EVP, see if I can
Yeah.
catch them. So I was walking down to this tree. Next minute, these cows bolted down and
Oh,
cornered us into this corner, looking at us like they were possessed.
oh my
Right?
God. Yeah.
There's me with my camcorder, trying to like get my camcorder so I can film it because it's amazing. Gary's thinking, right, I'm going to grab her and chuck her over the fence in a minute before she gets killed.
Mm. Yeah.
And then this other cow comes down, Pat takes the other cow out and does the same. I'm thinking,
Well,
what's going on here? And no
well.
word of a lie, it was like a flick of a finger. They walked off, they started eating grass like normal. And I was like, this is weird. This is just pure weird.
Oh
So
my
we walk,
God.
so we start walking up,
Mm.
past the cows, thinking, oh my God, they're gonna kill me. They didn't. I wish they did, because that hill about killed me. And when we got
Gotcha.
up there, we couldn't see it because the fog came in. So I was gutted.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got back to the hotel, and this chap goes, "Oh, do you like about the witches?" I said, "Yeah, I do." So he gave me this book, and it was talking about a witch had drained the cow, the local town's cow, what fed all the people in the village. She drained it dry and killed it. So
Oh,
apparently, cows don't like witches. Well, yeah, I class myself as a witch. So every cow I
Oh,
seen stopped and looked at me. Everywhere I went walking in Pendle Hill, they all stopped, bolt, and looked at me. It
intriguing.
freaked, yeah, it was. And he goes, "You will
Wow.
if they count our cows back here. You will be in trouble then."
That's amazing, that is. But for them to
Yeah,
say that story and then
yeah,
wow.
yeah. So everywhere we went, the cows just
You
looked at
know
us, gone
what?
out.
I must say Gary's so supportive of you.
Yeah,
It
he
was
is. He's
funny.
good.
And he's laughing.
Yeah, because he'd been walking across the field and I'd be standing at the fence and these cows are staring at me and he's carried on walking and I'm like, I can't walk in that field, they're going to get me.
Oh, bless you. Yeah,
But it was really good in Pendle because we'd gone to the shop, you know, where the witchy shop is.
that is brilliant, isn't it? And the church
Yeah,
across the road.
yeah. We
Oh,
went looking
wow.
for church and we got lost and
Okay.
we landed up in this wood. And I could hear spirit speaking, this woman saying, "I'm hiding," and she had her daughter with her. And I'm going, "Gary, can you hear that?" "No, I can't. You know I can't." You know, proper like
Yeah.
looking at me. And I went, "We need to go down there." So we went down, and then we're going to go over this stile. And I heard her voice again. She says, "No, we need to go that way." And I says, "Oh, there's going to be abandoned house in this wood." I said, "That's her house." Walked down this bit, and no word of lie, Jackie, there was a abandoned house.
Wow. Because isn't there a house that one of the sisters was in, what nobody can find?
I don't know if it's
I
that
don't
one,
know. Yeah.
but it's a
Makes you
house.
wonder, doesn't it?
It was in the wood where her, because it was up the hill. There you got the shop. You go up
Yeah.
the hill, and there's a wood on your right, and it was on in there.
Wow. Interesting.
Yeah, in there it was. Because I said to him, I says, and then I turned around and says, "Oh, there's underground bits as well." And as we came out from the abandoned house after we explored it, we walked back out, looked to our right again, and there was like a little cave bit. And I said, "She hides in there." And she was hiding from people what were hunting her, you know, like the witch hunters.
Yeah.
She was hiding from them.
Oh,
And we had
that's
to explain,
incredible.
so we had to explain to her, you know, they know that's bad now. They know it wasn't right. It's okay now to come out. It's fine. And yeah, but
That's
we
a
felt like
beautiful story.
it was
Have you read up on it since? Checked up on this? Tried to find
no,
out?
no, I haven't. No, I should do really, but
Yeah.
you just get so busy with life, you just forget till
I
you
do know
start talking
somebody
to someone about it.
oh my gosh, I do know somebody who might be able to help you.
Yeah, that
The
would be
the
amazing.
haunted historian. She's helped me, Mandy West. You probably met
Oh
her
yeah,
once, yeah.
oh
And
yeah, she's just lovely.
yeah, you see, Mandy West solved a problem with me in my past life.
Oh
And
wow,
she's kind of worked out and it's all ended now. I've sorted it all out. So
wow,
yeah, and she just said something. It's like, oh wow. After she gave me I gave her some vague information which Spirit had given me.
yeah.
She searched it. She found out information on what I'd given her, which was very vague. And then because she's a medium as well, she came out with something, and it solved a massive puzzle for me. So
Oh,
yeah, she's absolutely incredible. She really is.
I'll have to ask her about it because it was very interesting. It really was.
Yeah,
It
it
showed
sounds
me.
incredible.
The thing was, they said that she had a daughter, but she didn't have a partner, and then she was like hiding from you know, say the hunters and that, and it was really
Yeah.
sad. It was
So,
sad.
so do you know which one it was?
No, I didn't get a name, but I could
But
see
then
her.
you'll be able to find that out from that, won't you?
Yeah,
Obviously, when you probably got enough information to find out who it was.
yeah, yeah, definitely.
Oh,
But she,
that's such a beautiful story.
it
Really
was,
is.
it was really nice as well because, you know, when you get stuff like that as well, it helps your confidence because sometimes you think, you know, you say things and you think, oh, am I wrong? And then when you actually see I see in the house, I was like, wow,
Wow.
you know.
Yeah.
And I weren't expecting how big it was. I expected it to be like really crumbled, and it wasn't. And I was like, wow, okay, this is
Oh,
good.
that's brilliant. Yeah.
But yeah, it was amazing just to come across it, you know, just come out of the woods and there it was.
That's
And
incredible.
where it was situated as well was beautiful. The door just looked out to the countryside, and I thought, I can understand
Oh.
why you want to stop here. I really could understand that.
Yeah, it's beautiful from the graveyard though, isn't it, as well? From that
Yeah,
churchyard where the family members are buried, aren't they, of one of the sisters? Yeah.
it was
But
nice to see the statue as well and the waterfall, what was just down from it as well. That was nice.
I
Got a
haven't
picture
seen
of
that.
it. Have you
Yeah.
not?
No, my
Oh,
friend was delivering something, so we just popped to the shop, popped to the churchyard. I saw the hill, and that was it. So I do really need to go back and do it
it,
properly.
it's beautiful. It really is. And we didn't really, we just went to see the statue, and then we walked a bit
Yeah,
further and it was a beautiful waterfall, and then we just started just walking around places and, you know, and see where we landed. So it was really
that's
nice.
good. Yeah,
Yeah, I
it's a
really enjoyed
surprise
it.
when you do that, isn't it? You just don't know what you're going to find next, and you go around a corner, and there's usually another bloody hill. But hey ho.
I could have killed him there, because he turned around to me, he goes, right, it's an easy way and a hard way. Why don't we do the hard way first and do the easy on the way back?
Oh,
Oh,
wouldn't you do the easy way and then downhill?
yeah, I literally took my head about 1,000 times. I really
Yeah,
did.
I'd be
And
on
then
my knees.
the funniest thing about it was this lady come jogging past with us with a baby on top of her. I'm like, protect me.
That's madness, isn't it? It really is.
And you get to the
Oh
top and
gosh.
you can't see nothing. That was guttering, you know. You get to the finally get to the top
Oh,
and it's just all foggy and I couldn't see nothing.
oh, thanks for sharing, Pam. I can't share today. That's the problem because I've got laptop issues. So there's two laptops, couldn't access them on my phone. And now my birds started talking, so I apologise for the noise in the
Oh,
background.
no. I love birds. Oh,
Yeah, it's quite happy.
oh bless.
Oh, bless him. Yes. He's having a little chat. Usually, like, I've got my light out, so he's asleep. But
Oh,
hey ho. But yeah, but there are. I love that story though about Pendle Hill.
yeah. It was just amazing because I started, you know, hearing his voice and we just followed it.
Oh, that's beautiful. That really is. Have you been anywhere else where you've sort of met spirit and they've shown you something or taken you somewhere?
Um, well, before I go out anywhere with Tracy or with Hannah and Stacey and that, I always open up the night before anyway. Um, when I went to Ashbourne with Wednesday Paranormal, you was there. I had the vision of a beam falling and hitting someone. And when we got back,
Yes.
when we, when I was there, I got a bit more validation of it. And then when I got home as well, I did the research when I got home, and there was someone killed on a beam from a fire.
Now I think
Um,
I picked something up on the. There's a where the bar is. You go up the stairs into that attic room. I think I picked
yeah,
something up similar up there as well.
yeah. Well, I
Or
had
they
that.
asked the question and I got it. Yeah,
I think I had that the night before I went to there,
that's
so that was nice.
incredible.
I like it when sometimes, you know, before I go to sleep, I'll open up and spirit will show me the house before I even get there. So when I get to a location, I sort of know the layout already because they showed me, and I sort of know the people before I actually meet them. It's like they're going to wait at the door for me because they sort of know that I'm coming, and that's really nice. It is
That's
nice.
beautiful. So I guess activity starts quite quick for you as well.
Yeah, it does. We get a lot of EVPs on our camcorders when we go out.
That's
When we went
brilliant.
to Liverpool, there's a murder house, and a woman was killed called Alice in this
Okay.
house. And we went to Liverpool, and we sort of missed it out, and we got to this other place, and we caught an EVP saying Alice. So we thought
Wow.
that must be her following us. Anyway, so we finally got to the house, and when we got in there, she was straight away at us, talking to us, and like, because she knew we could pass her on. So straight away she was at us, do it now, do it now, do it now, do it now. It's like, just let us just look at your beautiful house. And then when we did the Estes method, we sort of had to say, right, we will pass you on, but can we have a bit of information and
Oh,
you know,
wow.
is my images correct? Was you strangled with a scarf, and were you murdered this way? And then she did give us the information, and then we did pass her over, what was really hard.
Oh,
And then above Tracy's head, as she went, a light went out above Tracy's head. I do not know where this light came from.
bless
And I
you.
had to hold back the murderer because he was in there. So I'd hold him back. So when I
Oh
let
my
go,
gosh, right.
yeah, it was really hard. I had to open up, send her over, and hold him back at the same time.
No
Um,
way.
and
Wow.
when I let him go, he came through the vent pod and straight to Tracy.
Wow. So do you think she was still there because he wouldn't let her move over?
Yeah,
Oh, that's so
yeah.
sad.
She was stuck there, replaying it, and of course you've got paranormal team going in as well, bringing it up as well,
Yeah.
and all that. But people get annoyed because we do that, because they feel like we ruin their fun. But the thing is, you
For
still got,
humans.
you still got like tape theory. You know, it's still in the building, it's still going to play, you're still going to get the information that you want, but the person what was killed is actually gone and in peace.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, because then, I guess they're free to come and go, rather than being
yeah,
trapped there. And that's the thing, isn't it?
it is. Like I say, some paranormal teams do get a bit annoyed. Sometimes we don't film it because we don't want to get the rap from it, because
Gosh,
some
no,
people can,
no, of course you don't. No.
yeah, and plus it's private for them sometimes as well. But with that case, she wanted to go quick, and we didn't get time to come off lot. No, I recorded it, and we couldn't get off quick enough.
Yeah. Oh, bless you.
But
Yeah.
yeah, it was very emotional, very emotional.
Yeah.
Um,
It is like when you do pick up things, like like even if they're like bad people as well, even like there's people like who you'd never talk to in real life and you think, oh, you're a
yeah,
killer, you're this, you're that. But when they come forwards and talk to you, it is really
yeah.
special. And you're not there to make judgment or anything.
No, that's it. It's really hard. We went to a farm, and he'd killed all his animals to get the insurance, and he got put
Oh
in jail.
God.
Um, and again, he came to my house the night before, and he was so rude. He was like, "Who are them little
Oh
beeps
my gosh.
about
Yeah.
kids?" And I like, "They're my kids. I didn't have no kids. All right, if you're going to be rude, you can back off."
Yeah, that's right.
So he started playing with the kid's door angle, and I thought, "Oh,
Okay.
what have I done?" sort of thing.
Yeah.
So I went out. I says, "Right, you go now, otherwise I'll banish you. I'm not messing about
Yeah.
with you." Um, and he did go, and he put a bathroom light on before he left. But then when we went to the actual farm, he did apologise for coming and did what he did, and I just had to say,
Wow.
"That's fine, just don't do it again."
Yeah. Oh,
But
that's
yeah,
that's fantastic, isn't it? When you sort of do get a rapport. Like I spoke to one, and he committed a crime, and I think his family are probably still here, and the victim's family is still around. And I think he wants me to tell them that it was just an accident, and he didn't mean to kill the person. And it was really moving. And twice I got on my SB7. I must apologise. And I never
oh
get anything through hardly on the SB7. And to come out that, because I was going to film it, but then because of the nature of what was coming out, and with it being
yeah,
recent, 1970s. To me, it's still recent. It is kind of recent. I didn't want
Yeah,
to put that footage out there, and then people
yeah.
go, "Oh, that's my whatever" or something. And you don't want to
We've
do that, do you?
no, we had a lady murdered quite a few years ago. Well, probably about 15 years ago, probably less than, probably, well, no, probably more. We went up to where she was murdered and we did a bit up there, but we never recorded it and we never posted
No,
it.
that's
And that was
right.
very emotional. That was very emotional.
Yeah, because if it is
Um,
raw and if it's recent, I went
exactly.
to a place near Stratford and did an investigation there, and the former landlord from 1999 came through. He passed in 1999. It's great talking to him, but
Yeah,
he died naturally, and he was happy to talk
yeah.
to us and happy to talk to a new landlord, and
And
it
that's
was
nice,
great. And
isn't it?
he
That is
kept
nice.
going ha ha on the Ouija board, and yeah, it's great. And even the locals in the pub knew him, and the next day when they found out we'd been talking to him, they absolutely loved it. Apparently, it's
Oh,
all changed at that pub now, so I would like to get down there while I can because I think that's finishing, which is a shame,
yeah,
isn't it? And I
it is.
think once the current landlord leaves, who, I don't even think it will stay open. So I think he kind of kept it going, and he fought to keep it. He fought hard to keep it going, and
Oh,
yeah, you just don't think it's going to be there for much longer, which is a shame, isn't it?
it is a shame. It is.
Um, So, what are your plans for next year then? Where are you going to travel then? Cornwall, Scotland
I'm
again?
going Cornwall with my family, so that's going to be lovely. But
Lovely.
going Wales as well as a family, so
Yeah,
that would be nice. And then I will be doing some travelling with Tracy, what will be amazing.
yeah, that's right.
Not quite sure where we're going yet. We've just, at the moment, it's a do-upper, so we've got a few bit of work to do on it, and
Yeah,
then hopefully next year we'll be out. So, but we have the main one we've definitely going to do is Stonehenge.
yeah, awesome.
But we've not really sat down and planned. We've just gone like, oh my
Yeah,
god,
we'll do
like
it.
really excited.
Yeah,
But not planned anything. But yeah, it's really exciting. It's
I've
yeah,
certainly watched it online as it's happening. It's like, oh my gosh, it's so incredible, isn't it?
it is.
You
Yeah,
know, to
I
see
don't
them
know
doing
how
the ceremonies and everything.
I'll probably get there and I'll be like, this is all good. It's a bit busy. I like it on my own.
Yeah, yeah, it will be.
I'm not. Yeah, I'm not good with crowds. That good, really. I like quiet places.
Has that always
Yeah.
been the case, or is it because of COVID?
No,
If you always
I've
avoid
always
the
been.
crowds.
I've always been the same.
Yeah,
I don't do shopping. I do not go out shopping. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
I don't like shopping. I avoid it.
I'd rather go out down the wood and go
Yeah, get
fishing with
you.
the kids or something. Yeah, I'm not good with
Yeah,
that sort of stuff.
totally get
Um,
you.
but I've always been exploring since my dad. My dad took me on my first trespassing. So yeah, my dad
Yeah,
started me off. So and just not stopped.
in his footsteps then. Yeah, you do get to some fascinating places, you really do.
Yeah.
Oh,
Um we never break an entry and if it's open we go in. You know what I mean?
yeah, that's right.
And if it's got nice flashy cameras, we don't go in.
Yeah, that's right. Did you go somewhere and there's that tannoy going?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
We still got in though, to be fair.
Oh wow.
But I had the ghost kids with me, so I had to be very
Yeah,
careful.
yeah, that's
Um,
right.
they do have a crash helmet, the helmets to keep them safe if anything falls.
Oh,
So
bless you.
they are quite sensible. But at the same time, I knew some kids had already gone in and smashed in a place, so we just did a bit of a walk around and a quick nose in and came out because I set the
Yeah,
alarm off as well. I didn't know if someone were going to come.
yeah,
So I was very on edge. I thought I'd be in the local newspaper, woman takes family out
yeah.
exploring.
Yeah.
Um, but that was an ex-army quarters. So
Wow.
that, yeah. That was in Lincoln. I'm hoping that we'll get back there and do a proper explore the adults though, so we can go
Yeah,
through it
that's
properly.
right.
And then there's another abandoned building nearby as well, so that would be good. Fingers
That's
crossed we can
brilliant.
get back
Yeah,
there.
good luck to you. And yeah, there are
Yeah,
some amazing places. It's just finding them, and it's just like I know somebody goes in Simon Wilson, he gets amazing photos of locations. He's been to
yeah,
some brilliant places, and you see them as they are. And then you get
it's
the idiots in trashing them, don't you? And it's so
yeah.
sad to see. It really
We've,
is.
we've been to amazing places, and then a year later you will see pictures and you think, I can't believe it's like that now.
Yeah, I can't
But
believe people. I
yeah,
can't.
Tracy does the photos for the group. She's amazing,
Brilliant.
brilliant, massive camera,
Yeah,
and I do most of the filming. What is good.
great
But
partnership then, both
yeah,
of you.
we are really good partners. We know when each other are poorly in all sorts. It's really weird. I'll ring her and go, I know you're poorly. What's up? We're
That's
that close.
fantastic.
And we work so well together. How much stuff we get and everything, it's amazing. And just we do it we do the urban exploring to keep the stories alive and keep the locations alive, because one day they're going to be knocked down and
That's
then
right.
it's gone,
That's
you know
it.
and
Yeah.
then some places are crumbling, like there's one in Leicester, no one knows of it, and it's just crumbling and it's
Just
beautiful.
yeah. There's a place near me. It's old. They did a lot of work in the war, manufacturing. It's called Stanton, and
Yeah.
we had our costume store in one of the Stanton buildings. And I did pick up on this guy. He must have been a foreman, and they'd still got the machines in there and everything.
Oh
And then
wow.
we were given 2 weeks to get out. So I probably did the last walk round with a
Wow.
camera in that place before they've actually gone, and but it's gone now. And it like all those buildings, like so many work there, there's so much energy there. And now they're going to be
Yeah.
warehouses and things, and it's what it is, isn't it? It's going to be warehouses, it's going to be housing.
Yeah.
And as a kid, you just used to sit. It's like they did the metal smelting, so you saw the flames as well. Like from whenever I was a kid, you used to sort of go down that road, and there's always so much activity. And
Yeah.
now it's just lorries and things. Yeah, and
It is
it's just
sad.
weird how things change. There is a museum which still has some of the items from it, but you know, to and also in this particular building, and I'm really sorry that I didn't actually get it, or I didn't get a photo of it. There was something, and as somebody from the workplace left, they said goodbye and put his nickname and the date he left.
Oh,
And as everyone left the building, there was something written about them. And I wished I got a photo because what
yeah,
like you imagine them on the last day and like, oh, bye, mate. They've worked because in those days they worked with each other for absolute years, didn't they? 20
yeah,
plus years.
they
That
do.
they were there from a schoolboy to the end, weren't they? Really. And oh, it's so sad. Or they made a little joke and put the name and stuff, and oh, and I didn't know where to. I know I saw it as soon as I walked in the building, but then I never found it again, so I don't know where it
Oh,
was, but yeah, there's so much history, and there is something behind them, but and it's got a footpath access to it, but I don't know if you can still get access anymore because along the road there's a footpath and they've blocked it all off, which you
oh,
shouldn't do. So yeah, keep meaning to head that way, see if you can get down it. But
yeah.
World War II bunker. Yay.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, nice one. But yeah, so I don't know if you can get access. It's only like 2 miles from where I live, so I do need to find out if I can get there. But obviously not at the moment because I've been knee deep in mud because it's a
well,
bit
yeah.
shaky at the minute, isn't it?
Well, me and Trace went to this mill behind my old house, and it
All
was
right.
winter, and we're walking along, and the next
Was it a
minute,
watermill?
yeah,
Oh,
and it I literally went knee through mud.
Oh
I couldn't
gosh.
get I couldn't get out, and Tracy's just there laughing, and I'm like, "Just help me, please, just help me." It's just like, no,
Did
I've
she
got to get
film it?
pictures of this, and for no, she didn't. She took pictures, but she didn't film it.
I'd film it.
But yeah,
I'm
I was
great
stuck
like
in the
that.
mud. Yeah, I tend to. I did when Tracy got her bum stuck on the barbed wire and got a massive rip in her bum. I filmed it. Or
Nothing
when
like
she's
being
jumping
friends, is
over,
there?
or when she jumps over Brooks, I say, "Hold on a minute, let me just film it, just in case you
Yeah,
fall
just in
in."
case. Nothing like being good friends. I love it.
That's it.
That's
That's it.
fascinating.
She'll get revenge. She'll get revenge. I'm sure she will.
Oh, yeah. I know, but
That's what makes
that's
it
it.
fun.
But that's about being mates, isn't it? You know, you
Yeah,
can take the rip out of each other, and it's absolutely fine because you're just
that's
doing
it.
it, and it's funny. And like people do find things like that funny, and the fact that you can laugh at each other about it and feel like, yeah, I'd film it, I'd get a picture, you know, you would, wouldn't
Yeah.
you? You might not make it public, or you might do. It depends if they want it public or not. But you know,
That's
it's there,
it.
isn't it? It's fascinating.
Yeah,
But you know, you've got that trust that what happens on a ghost hunt stays on a ghost hunt, really, as well, haven't you? You know,
yeah.
and if you want to really sit on a YouTube, like, oh my God, ripped trousers or something like that,
We
then
do
it's
put
there,
some
isn't it?
funny ones on. We do a few shorts on TikTok, and we'll put some
That's
funny
good.
ones on. You know,
Yeah,
that have a bit of humour. We had
yeah.
dowsing rods there in this, like a helicopter.
Oh, I
So
used to get that when I first held
yeah,
them. Dear
so
me.
I put a song on with it. You send me round, you know that one
Oh yeah,
on,
that one.
and it got loads
Awesome.
of hits. Everyone were liking it.
Yeah, first
You
time I
send me
held
round.
them, it's like nearly poked my eye out with them. They're just, ugh, I don't want that, you know. How do you use these things? But yeah, I've got used to them more. But yeah, I'm not. You need to practice with them if you want to use them properly. They
Yeah,
do say
um,
practice how hold them stuff. But
yeah.
yeah,
I think I did a YouTube video years ago how to hold dowsing rods properly, and
yeah,
back in the day, that's
yeah.
going back a few years.
Oh, bless you. Yeah. So, how do people find you on YouTube?
Yeah, just look for SM Spirit Searchers. I do
Yeah,
shorts. I do about equipment, how to make equipment, how to use things as well, like
yeah.
a camera, explaining how to work with it. Because sometimes you'll get a stick figure, and it might just be mapping a chair. You've got to
That's right.
try and get some kind of communication, by getting them to lift hands and communicate by lifting their hands up. So explaining how equipment's used, where to get decent equipment,
That's it.
and all that sort of stuff really. Just,
Yeah, certainly a lot of pitfalls on that because it's good money, isn't it?
it
You
is.
know,
Also we do our urban exploring on there. A lot of videos go on there as well. And then
brilliant.
on Facebook, every Wednesday we do a free tarot card reading.
Yeah,
Um,
that's
that
brilliant.
Yeah, what I tend to do, I try and make it personal as possible. So what I would do is say pick a number, and then you pick a topic. So it could be finance, love, general, career, spiritual, health. So then everyone gets it more personalized instead of
Yeah,
just one for each card. So it does take a long time to do. Um,
exactly. Yeah, wow.
but it is rewarding because you get a lot of feedback and people are happy, and it's just good. But
Oh,
like I
that's
said,
lovely.
when because people say, oh yeah, it was really good, it was really accurate, and say things, but in the end of the day, they chose that card, so they chose it. It wasn't me. What you get what I'm
Yeah, but
saying?
you sort of gave more to it than the card, though.
Yeah, yeah, it's hard to
Uh,
explain, but
yeah.
yeah, I enjoyed doing that. That's every Wednesday.
Oh,
And it
yeah.
goes on for like 3 days. I leave it open for a few days because not everyone's available on them days, or
Well, bless
uh,
you. You are
yeah, I try
brilliant and
and
considerate, aren't you?
yeah, you
You
have to
are.
be, uh, you know.
That's good.
Um,
Yeah.
I haven't done a live for ages either. We used to do quite a few lives, but we haven't done one for a while, so it's quite nice to come on. Thank
Yeah.
you. asking me.
No, thanks so much for coming on. I, no, it's nice. It was short notice. I've been so packed with doing the pantomime and stuff. That was it. Like when you've got a script to learn, you sort of
Yeah,
script to learn with
that's
like 2 weeks to go. It got a bit tight, really.
yeah. Tracy is at rehearsal tonight.
I wish she what's she doing?
Yeah, she's doing what's she doing now? Jack and the Beanstalk.
Awesome, brilliant.
It's next year, January. It is.
All right, yeah,
So I can't wait to see that.
awesome. That's
I've seen
brilliant.
all her plays. Love it.
Where is she going to be performing it? In case anyone
It's
wants to visit.
the poster and all the details is on the Facebook page.
Oh,
Um,
excellent. That's
so
brilliant.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's on top of the page. I've posted it right on the top so
Oh,
people can
that's
see it.
lovely. Yeah.
I know it's not paranormal, but it's supporting, my
Yeah, but
closest
we're
friends.
still,
So
we're people, aren't we?
yeah,
Like the parameet, we go, we talk. And a lot
that's
of
it.
time we talk paranormal, but I've also been to events where I went to Neil Packer's party when he was 60, and like you're there, you're having a
Oh,
laugh, you're dancing, and it was good, and yeah, you've got that in common, but then you see a different side of people. And there
that's
is more
it.
to life than paranormal, but yeah, I know it's a bit odd, really. But yeah, you do, and you can't do well. It's hard to do paranormal 24/7, isn't it? We've got
Oh,
we've got jobs, haven't we? And we've got other lives, what
yeah.
we lead, as well as what we do at like weekends or evenings or other free time. But yeah, but I want to thank you so much for coming on. It's been really interesting.
Oh,
But
thank you.
thanks so much. Sorry I couldn't share it out, but yeah, major technical issue tonight. Laptop
No,
number
fine.
one, it had an error message. It kept rebooting. It says sign on to another log on, so I did, and the keyboard won't even go to sign on anything. So then laptop number two, I haven't used it for ages, so just trying to set it up because all the passwords have been lost and updated. So
Mm,
but yeah, I need to try and sort. But the reason I replaced the old laptop was that it was good because it was getting a bit old because I got too many photos on it. So
yeah, you need to get one of them hard drives,
I
pack it up.
know.
Because
I
I have
just
the same problem. Because Tracy was sending me like, we go
oh,
out
your
somewhere.
videos,
She
yeah.
was sending me about 200 photos, and I have to watermark them all. It's great
Oh,
fun.
yeah, I know.
So,
I do know because like just editing, like I
yeah,
go to like the Panto, I'd like oh God, about 500 photos. And you do, don't you? And that's just of like dress rehearsal. You just, I left the camera out for other people to try it. And yeah, some got some decent photos, and then you're editing it and cropping it, and oh
yeah.
God, it's
It's the
like
same with the videos as well. It takes so long to edit and
that
get everything
edit. Yeah,
right.
that is the
It,
skill I haven't got yet. I need to sort it. I can do it on TikTok. That's fair enough. I was actually chatting to Andy from Conjure Quest. He said he'll help me out, but he's also told me what software he uses. So now I haven't got a laptop, but we'll sort something. I can't
I
do
do
it.
a lot. I do a lot of my editing on my phone. I have a
I'll do
software on
you.
there, and it's really easy,
Oh,
really quick, and
yeah.
you have to pay yearly for it, but it's worth it.
Like I pay for StreamYard, I pay for Amazon, I pay for you do end up with loads of subscriptions, don't you, for everything?
Yeah, it's
But
like the
yeah.
watermarking one. You can have it for free, but you can only walk 10 pictures. So when you've got 200 pictures, you think,
Ah,
well, 19,
mm,
£19 for the year, I'd rather do that
you
than spend
just yeah,
hours
yeah, that's
hours trying
it.
to watermark. Because, I know TikTok, they will watermark your videos, but they don't do pictures. And
Ah, bless you.
if you've caught something and you don't really want
That's
someone
right. You've
taking your
got to.
picture and naming it as
Yeah,
their own.
I know. I've
So,
caught somebody who's just nicked something off the internet, and he's put his team name over it. Nah.
oh,
I
So
called it out on my Facebook profile. It's like, no, what are you doing? But hey ho,
yeah,
I just came out the group. That was it. But
I don't know about people.
that's it, innit?
Yeah.
But
When you looked up at antiques, Inkley.
I might be there on Friday.
Oh yeah.
I think I am. I think so. The thing is,
Oh,
I'm travelling to see Tony Ferguson on Saturday, and it's quite a way, longer than I
yeah.
really want to travel. So yeah, I'm going to awesome location. I really can't wait. And
I
yeah,
bet.
so yeah,
Lovely.
so it's a new one for me as well. But it's out of my 1 hour driving. So I tend to drive 1 hour only because I feel tired after an hour.
The thing is with paranormal as well, it could easily drain you, isn't it? And then you've got to
Exactly.
drive as well, and I
Yeah,
think sometimes when you're driving, you don't open yourself up so much, do you?
I do.
Because do you?
Yeah, yeah. Because once I was at Haunted Antiques, and then I only made it to Leicester Forest East. I had to have a kip. I was that tired. But then
Why
again,
not?
for anyone listening, it's only like 5 miles down the motorway. It's not far, is it? You know what I mean? It doesn't take long to get there anyway, does it? But yeah, I was that shattered. I just couldn't make it home. But yeah. But
Bless you.
we do what we do. We love what we do, and yeah. Thanks so much for this conversation. It was so
You're
lovely
welcome.
to talk to you, and yeah. Thanks so much. But thanks to everyone who's commented. Thanks for listening, everyone. And look after yourself. Make the most of things. Life's too short. Just go out and grab it. All right. Night, everyone. Bye.
Night.
Bye.